Welcome, folks, to Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. Easily one of the most passionate and still underrated environments in college football. This crowd ready to roar for the Utes. It could be a tough place for visitors to win. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a quick grab. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Getting set. Here's second down. A handoff from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Getting a little creative, trying the handoff to the wide receiver. And they've got him back there for a loss of 8.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win.
There's a shot toward the end zone. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
He missed it. And with that miss, the score will stay right where it is.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd down.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's got it. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. And the Utes hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage yet.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Snags a quick throw. Defense wraps him up after a 6-yard gain. Brings up 4th down.
Now the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense. Then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. That tactic works here. Now we've got a 4th down.
Trying for a 4th down completion. On the run here, lets it go. Finds his man, has the 1st down. They've got him, but he easily makes the 1st down, and this drive keeps going.
Well, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
And the Utes are in the red zone. He'll ride the back again here. He's got room looking for the end zone. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run. It's a new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the offense. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Now someone moved just a bit too early. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The Utes line it up with 1st and goal.
42 Spiders.
They'll toss it to the right side. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity this offensive line was on display. That's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Now they get set to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Handoff here from the shotgun. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20 to 21.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Important second down play coming up. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Quick throw, testing the middle. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
He'll hand it off. Fights off a defender. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the same runner's got it again. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Utah.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Automatic on the PAT.
14, Alabama, 0.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start.
And the Alabama offense will take over 1st and 10.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Caught on the outside. It's Brown. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. Pass caught and second down now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Going the other way, can they stop him? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
And the pass ball is incomplete on the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Utah 14, Alabama 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Pass not complete.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
The offense was given a short field. Now can the defense come up with a huge stop here on third down? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he'll drop back here on third down. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. The attempt is no good. And the lead remains at 14 after the miss. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got a man down the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43. A new set of downs after that completion. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Receiver makes the grab. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Looking to throw again. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's 3rd down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and pick up the first down.
Fires it to the wideout. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway, you set up the offense at the 38.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Utah offense takes the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Some hard running there through a tackle. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line. The Utes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. It's a jet sweep. Receiver trying to turn the corner. He's found some room at the 45. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. First down and 10.
First down for the offense.
Handoff on a single back formation. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The back's got it. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Tackle is made at the 36. 3rd down coming up.
That run sets up an important 3rd down call for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The offense already has one 4th down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he finds his target. He has the first. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down. And the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the quarterback dropping back. Intercepted in the end zone.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball. Into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just
trucks through the defender. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They could come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, maybe in the second half.
The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackled, but 1st down.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Alabama.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Utes offense takes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. A jet sweep here. Can the receiver get the edge? They'll bring him down just short at the 20. And the Utes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
Boy, he was so close to getting to the outside and coming up with some huge yards. But, hey, let's give credit to the defense. This receiver is really fast. They were very, very fortunate not to give up a big play.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. Can he make it to the marker? He'll pick up the 1st down, stop at the 27.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays down.
And looking for a big play here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page.
Timeout, Alabama.
And the Utes will bring their punt team on the field now. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster.
It's picked off again, the fourth for this QB today. So great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
2nd down and goal upcoming. From the shotgun, drops back. He's running out of time here. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now. Now the offense will spend the timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. This one is right through, and they add to their lead. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Utes will kick this away to get the second half going. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They go with a direct snap. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. Now it's 2nd down here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. On their own side of the football, they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now. And the Utah offense takes the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Loses 3. Second down coming up.
Here's the second down play. And he drops back in the gun. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Quarterback looking to scramble.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing him down.
Testing the right side here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The receiver carries the ball. A pickup of 8. Coming up, 4th down.
They've converted both previous 4th down attempts, so why not try to make it 3 for 3? There's the handoff. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Grab made by the tight end.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The completion makes it 2nd down. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Catch made across the middle by the running back. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Deep shot caught inside the 15. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
The extra point cuts the lead to 3, 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
14.
Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Utah offense takes the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped. The opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Caught over the middle by the tight end. Tackle made after a big gain.
And it is awfully tough on a defense when a quarterback's able to move outside of the pocket and still keep his eyes downfield looking for those open targets. You don't know whether to attack him and try to bring him down or to stay back and defend the pass.
Second down.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
They get him down, but that's a solid game.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. 3rd down now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the 1st down. And I think in the process, Chris, they sent a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. It's a shotgun run call. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Fires it to the wideout. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he steps out of bounds just short of the end zone. Couldn't quite get there.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
The tied offense line up here on 1st and goal. And he'll set up to throw. Touchdown, tied. And they will claim the 2nd half lead. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point is good. Makes it a 21-17 game.
That makes the score Alabama.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Takes the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a 1st down.
Go with the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line, center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge. But I love seeing the receiver's willingness to be a part of that and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. He'll test the right side here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Second down play coming up. And the tailback's got it again. Running through the tackle. And the tackle is made in what's going to be the final play of this period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 21, Utah 17.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Can he get there on the ground? Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys.
Oh, look out. The football is free. The defense recovers, trying to run this back now. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Bama. On the scoop.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out. It gets him a touchdown.
Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
28, Utah 17.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there.
Utah Utes will take over first and 10.
And the Utes offense takes the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run, he'll let it go. No, he doesn't hang on. Looks like it was deflected before it got to him. That'll bring up second down.
Man, when a quarterback starts moving around like that, you move into what some defensive coordinators would call a second play because it becomes almost like backyard football at that point. But that was a good job by the defense playing discipline and force.
Incompletion. It's now third down.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Looking to scramble. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Out of bounds after a nice gain. Finally, a positive play from this offense.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on 3rd down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off of that nice play.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. On the run here. Lets it go. Tackle is finally made, but it's down to the 28-yard line.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The Utes pick up enough to get a first down there. Looking to throw yet again. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. Look out, he's got some space. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
On the run, it's Brown. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead, you got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football, and you got a great chance at a victory.
Makes a quick catch. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time. Well, they feature the fullback as a receiver there, Kirk, but the defense was not fooled. They're all over him.
I like the idea of trying to change it up and get the ball to the fullback because he doesn't get his hands on it very often. But as you said, the defense all over that, not fooled at all. And the result is a loss of yardage.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Chris, I just don't know about this call. I like the aggressive approach, but at this point, late in the game, playing with the lead, third down and long, maybe you run the ball. You know, work that clock. Continue to think about the big picture. Now you're facing fourth down and long, and I think you got to punt it away and hope the defense can secure a victory.
They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man.
First and 10.
And the Utah offense takes the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. He eludes the run. Broke one tackle, but couldn't escape. Dropped for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Dropping back, it's Wilson. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.
I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands. I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
This football incomplete and a turnover on downs.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter on a fourth down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
Looks left and finds his target there. They make the tackle, but not for a solid gain on that pass.
Because it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes.
Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, Alabama. It was a foot race, and he won it.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 during the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Utah 17.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Utah offense takes the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver. Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw. It's Wilson. Quick throw over the middle. Catch is made. Room to run here. breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Utes.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the PAT makes the lead 11, 35-24. I believe they're going to line up here to go for the onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return begins inside the 10. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. And the Utah offense takes the field. Scanning the field, it's Wilson. Final minutes here, they'll throw it deep downfield. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball.
And they heave it deep downfield. Intercepted in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Gets some space around the 30. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
First down here for this offense. Now here's the toss play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game. And today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.